I'm ready. One, go.
Okay, so one day
I was going for the boomerang.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Boomerang? Okay, let's do boomerang.
Start with the boomerang?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
Lame. I think it's pretty lame.
Keep going. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm saving that.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Don't you want to pull them? Ready? Sorry. She presents BFS Book, Power by Motorola, BFananica.com, Saturday, 8 p.m. starting 20. Okay. Go.
Go.
Alright guys, one day to go. And there's no reason. We were discussing this morning as soon as I woke up because someone held me up yesterday for about 2 hours and I was really pissed off. So if any of you are really mad at me, I totally understand. But as for the rest, that's the bad news. I'm hoping we're over that. We've been fed enough carbohydrates to live through this little clip that we're going to show you. But I have to say that, I'm very excited to be the host for a brand new season of G Presents BFS at Vogue, powered by Motorola, beauty partner Nykaa.com. This is going to be on Colors Infinity. It starts tomorrow. We've got some really exciting guests. I've always said that for me, I've done talk shows on different mediums even before, and there are it's a combination of lots of things that make for a good talk show. The host being the least of the things that you should look forward to. It's always the guest, it's always what the press thinks of it, it's always what the audience thinks of it, and we're hoping that with this season of BFFs at Vogue, we can achieve that. Not to say that the first season was bad, it's just that the second season is different. Different because we're playing different games. There's lots of fun stuff. We have, of course, a general chat section like you have on all talk shows. We also have a game called the Spice Rack, which we came up with, or it's also called the Platter of Punishment, where I ask all my guests questions. If they don't answer the question, they'll have to eat lots of spices. So they've been fed green chilies and red chilies. So the out for not answering questions is they have their mouth and their eyes. Their mouths don't water, of course, because it's not exciting, but their eyes are watering. And I've been a very hard taskmaster because that's what I like to be. The second game that we play on the show is called Say It or Strip It, which means that either you answer the question I ask you or you take off a piece of your clothing. Some of your very exciting some of the very exciting stars that you write about and you watch on the silver screen and who you're extremely fond of have stripped down to their socks and left with just very little clothing on, me included, because the other part is if they give really fantastic answers, I take off my clothes. So yes, that has happened on the show. We've done everything from, and we've also had boxing matches where we talk about, things we hate about our BFFs. So we've had Deepika boxing Anisha, her sister. We've had Katrina and Alia in a boxing match talking about the things they hate about each other. We've had, people singing songs on revolving chairs and singing till they get giddy and they fall. We've got some people doing things they've never done, like Shweta Bachchan was kneading dough, and I think she'd never done it, and I don't think she's very fond of getting her hands dirty. But I think for the love of the show and for the love of being a sport, everybody's been so fantastic that they've come and done all the things that I've asked them to do. We're hoping that, there's chilies and there's dough and there's baking cakes and there's all these ingredients that we put together, but more importantly, the ingredient that we want to put together for this season is great conversation, and we're hoping that we have that. There's lots I can talk about. We've worked really hard over the past 4 months to get the show rolling. We've canned all 10 episodes, more so because the channel was nice enough to can all the episodes because I didn't want people to have an opinion. So now, whether it's good or bad, the baby's out. And we're done canning all the episodes. We're very excited. I can tell you all the 10 pairings that are going to be on the show this season if you want to know. I mean, I'd not like to give you more information than you like. But if you like any sort of information from me, I'm here. I'm as candid as I'm going to be today, because if I'm not candid enough, then I don't think I can represent my show called BFFs with Vogue. The good thing also is that we've got real BFFs this year, and if they aren't BFFs, we were like, okay, sorry, we're not going to get make-believe BFFs. So the good thing is that everybody who's sitting on that couch knows the other person really well, so that's pretty exciting. The first episode to go on air tomorrow is Karan Johar and Shweta Bachchan. So if you like and if you're up for it, we could take a look at what the episode looks like and we can have a small preview. Of course, the episode is, sorry, 1 second. Okay, yeah, we're not showing the entire thing, right? Okay, we're going to show you glimpses of it. We don't know, I'm going to watch it for the first time with you guys, so I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm nervous as hell. I've never hosted a show on TV. So good luck to you guys, good luck to me, and yeah, spread the good word. And if you don't like anything, just don't write about it. If you like it, just go on praising about it. You know what I mean, right? Like, pretend like we're at a party. If you don't like someone, don't say anything. And if you like them, just fake praise me. Is that a deal? Okay, good. I didn't get a yes, but are you excited to see the show right now? So let's get a glimpse of it. All right.
Adya Shetty.
Wow, she's not eating any chilies, ma'am.
I haven't seen many celebrities throwing tantrums, but I've seen one. I'm going to name that.
Yes.
Sylvine Charles.
Okay. It's amazing we have answers. All right. All right. And one actor or actress, this is the last one, I have to say both of you are doing very well. One actor or actress who's more in the news and less in the movies.
I think Kangana.
Okay.
I don't really know. I can't recall it. I'll come up with a name. I'm not lagging, coming up with names.
Good. I'm hoping that's vinegar and not vodka. Yeah, I will. Well, Priyadarshini, thank you very much. Thank you, Gayatri. Thank you. You've been amazing. I have to say that acting classes.
I think Kangana, maybe to some extent, she's a bad actress. I know, but maybe, she has been losing it one way or the other because she has been on television too many times and maybe she's putting more effort in showing her grievances there. That's my personal opinion.
Alright.
She can get back into form and be on the bigger screen with her skills.
Okay, great. Okay, and what about you, Seema?
I personally love her style and I really think she's a sweetheart, but probably Sonam Kapoor on the acting skills.
Okay, great. I don't think these girls are going to eat chili anywhere in the near future. We can take this away. I love the confidence. All right, one celebrity who you've chased the most for an interview. I'll let you go first. But whoever you've had to call more than once, twice. Everyone's been good?
Yeah.
Should we spare her the spice? Don't worry, we'll get there. What about you? One celebrity who you've chased the most for an interview?
Okay, so I was a journalist earlier, and I think Gul Panag was somebody I was following up for the longest time, and the interview didn't happen.
Okay.
And she had actually told me, chase me, kind of a thing. So that stayed with me.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
That's pretty surprising for a Fauji kid.
Yes, totally.
All right. So if you had a choice to recast for a movie, which movie would it be, and who would you cast?
Which movie?
Yeah. So if you had to recast for a movie, which movie would it be?
Oh, I get to take the play.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm spoiled for choice, but I think I will go for DDLJ. That's one of my favorite movies, and I do like Kajol, but maybe I would like to see Deepika over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Shah Rukh. Shah Rukh is my all-time favorite, so that doesn't change.
So Deepika and Shah Rukh for Dilwale Dulhania.
Yes.
All right, that's good. What about you? If you had to recast a film, and who would you recast in it?
It would almost be inappropriate because Kangana was fab in Twin, but I somehow think Alia would be extremely interesting.
Oh, nice. Both very interesting choices. Like I said, these girls are not eating the spice at all. All right. This one's going to be easy. Celebrities with the most annoying social media account.
I think Ranbir Kapoor himself has said that he is not there on social media, and there are speculations that he has these fake accounts going around. So nobody knows what's the truth. And social media, you're expected to be more real, right? So I think that's annoying.
Okay, annoying, fine. What about you?
I don't know, annoying I would say, entertaining Rishi Kapoor. I love his account.
There's something very interesting about his Twitter account. Yeah.
So we
Okay.
balance it out, I guess.
My next question is too easy. I'm not going to make you eat the spice. Your celebrity crush. Name one.
Then we sing for the energy. Absolutely.
Okay. What about you?
I think I'll go back to Shah Rukh because,
Because I'm just obsessed with him and I'm such a big fan.
and that's what I realized. I was just telling one of my friends here that, when I met him, I wasn't able to click the selfie button because I was like, I don't want to lose this moment, and thankfully I got the selfie done and he's the one who clicked it. But yeah, I think I'll have the biggest crush on him.
Oh, Shah Rukh Khan? Okay. All right. A celebrity who's famous for all the wrong reasons.
I would say Hrithik Roshan.
Okay.
I mean, he is one of those.
I think she herself is a spice. We should keep her on this platter because she's all
Right, Mom.
I hope you captured this. Okay. And what about you? You're eating the chili. Okay, go for it. She's like, yeah, what the heck? Okay. All right, this one's easy. If you had a chance to act, which director would you? I'm going to change the question. If you had a chance to act, which director would you never work with?
Okay. Maybe Ashutosh Gowatrekar because I'm personally not fond of his style of movies. Though Lagan and everything is supposed to be amazing, but I think it's a little beyond my personality. So yeah.
I actually had the same answer.
Too long,
yeah.
Okay, I think she's also like the chilies are going to get to her soon, so we should. Okay, last question. Who in the media industry, like everyone that you know of and you're aware of, needs a shrink the most?
I think, once you meet the celeb and next time you meet them, they've dropped a few sizes. I think even you will agree to that. Yeah, so I think people
Not needs to shrink, who needs a shrink, like a shrink.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought in
Not
terms
needs
of
to
the physicality, many people. I don't know if I'm scandalizing Kangana by saying this.
No, that's
but,
fine. It's your opinion.
Yeah, maybe it will work better for her. At least peace of mind, there's nothing else.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Seema.
Maybe Rishi Kapoor again for the tweets.
Like them, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, perfect. Well, I have to say, ladies, you've been absolutely wonderful. Our spice rack is where it was when you came in, so thank you very much. Yes, you did. Thank you. Thank you for adding the spice to this conversation. And you know what she is. She needs to be on that. Anyway, thank you. Thank you, girls. You were wonderful. Thank you. So, yes, that's pretty much. Thank you.
A few questions.
Sure.
How?
Yes, if you have to say, they were all very sporty. We informed them that please come in layers, and we would always say, they were like, why do you want us to come in layers and all of that? So we were like, no, actually it's very cold, the studio is very cold. So everybody was like, yeah, okay, fine. The ones who didn't come in layers actually got stuck. I still remember Bhumi came on the show, and she had just a dress on, and she just answered all the questions. She was amazing, and I was like, okay, we didn't need to like put her in layers at all. So all in all, it's been pretty amazing to actually shoot the whole thing, have fun. None of them had a problem with, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that, or I can't take this off. Even I still remember even Katrina, who hardly had anything. Not to say she didn't have anything on, but she didn't have the layers on. Was very sporty, and she kind of you know, took off, like the girls kind of took off jewelry, bracelets, shoes, and for the rest, the men kind of, I think there was a point where Rajkumar Rao kind of stripped down, like we just had a t-shirt left. It was very funny. So everyone's been a sport on the show. I think the reactions is what I like. You know, like everybody was like, first you get into conversation, make them comfortable. Then when I would announce the game, they'd be like, yeah, bring it on, we'll see, and all that. And then suddenly, boom, the first question, they're like, okay, give us the spice. It's okay, we're not answering. Yeah, yes. So, you know, it's like, those bits were kind of funny to see them do that. But apart from that, I think that the fact that whoever came on the show, whether it was people I was meeting for the first time, or I was having a conversation for the first time, or even people I knew from before, like everybody I pretty much knew from before, they all left with this amazing, like, kind of feeling like, hey, we had a great conversation. So when you call people for a talk show, that's what you need, you know. With all due respect, I'm not, I mean, there have been like comparisons between me and Karan, and I think it's really kind of, I feel it's very flattering for me, but it's also that, you know, nobody can match up to him. But people have come on the show, and I've not been in the industry or I've not been such a, you know, I've insulated part of the industry as much as he is. He is the industry. So it's very different when they talk to me, but they've been in conversation. They've spoken up. We didn't have like, you know, silence, or like, for instance, we had Jackie Shroff and Judy Chawla who came together, and we've kind of not even worked in the same time span as, I've not worked when, you know, when they were at, you know, doing the kind of work when, you know what I mean, like they're still working, but how do I make this sound right? When the kind of stories that came out, or the time that we were talking about, I wasn't around working in the business, but they were telling us stories, and they were singing, and they were dancing, and they were just having lots of fun, and you know, this whole idea of playing games, I had a feeling that they'd just turn around and say, hey, there's no need to do it. And you can't argue with someone so senior, but nobody ever came up and said, oh no, we're not going to do it. And the good part is we've canned all the episodes, so nobody knows what we're going to do. So, you know, the minute the first episode comes on air, the entire season is short. So that's the good thing, and that was a conscious decision for sure.
On topic, try meaning any of the questions on the show, just watch the person's script.
Sorry, did I tweet?
Do we tweak the question just to watch the person's script?
Yes, I did. You're very sharp, I have to say. So sometimes there were questions in my hand, and then I would sense what they're saying, and then in my head I would change it around. Like even over here, somebody who needs a publicist, I just quickly change it around, and I said somebody who needs to fire a publicist. So I would make those little tweaks, or like the full forms. If I know that somebody would know full form, sometimes I'd give really easy words, and then sometimes I'd give and I change it in my head immediately. Like it would be a little different from the script, but I would feel like, you know, there's no harm having fun. And there were times when there was a point where there was a rather outrageous question there for a very senior actor, and I was like, I can't ask him. Like sometimes I would even get scared. I'm just like, there's no way. Like this person's been in the industry so much more than I am. I'm not gonna ask him this question because I'd be like, you know, thrown out tomorrow. So yeah, those tweaks were happening, and on the go, like I would change my questions even in the chat. But all in all, yeah, it's kind of tricky. I mean, that's why you need to be on at all times when you're doing these interviews with them. And they would just last 3 hours, but I'd be so brain dead because I've never, like, it would be so consuming for me to take in all that information, and otherwise we shoot like 8 to 12 hours and it's fine. It's not so active. active. In those 12 hours of shoot, we go do 2 scenes, same shot, everything. You know how films are shot. Here I had to be on for like 3.5 hours. And it was a lot of fun, I'm going to admit. But then when the day would finish, I'd be like, I can't do anything else. Like I'd just be like, oh, it's over, it's great, people had fun, we had lots of laughs, and we would get, I'm pretty confident that we have a great season. The rest depends on you guys. Thank you.
Neha, I have a question.
Yes.
I just wanted to know how did you decide on which are the celebrities and how?
You know, it's a co-production between Viacom and Condé Nast, and they're the ones who decided who the celebrities are, who the pairings are. A lot of it, of course, depends on availability of the people. Sometimes the ones we wanted weren't available, sometimes the ones we wanted were available. So, you know, you always start with a list of like 20 pairs, and then because you have a season of 10, then you come down to the 10 pairs that you wanted. So it's always a little bit of a kind of a mix and match. But we were very certain that the people we get on the show this year are definitely going to be real BFFs, so at least know each other. You know, it's not like, oh, just because they've done one film together, so they come. Like, for instance, Ayushmann Khurrana, and I met him and I was like, are you really good friends with Kriti, or are you really good friends with Rajkumar Rao? He said, I am friends with them because I work with them. But somebody who I have a personal rapport with is Bhumi. So we made sure that we got Bhumi and Ayushmann together because they were honest enough to tell us who they're really close to.
So was this, them being a very fun person, was that also a criteria? Like Karan is always a fun person to interview.
Of course, it's always a criteria because imagine me talking and the person sitting next to me is not fun, then, you know, I have so much more work to do, which I don't think in any of the 10 pairings we were ever let down, you know. They were big stars, they were lots of fun, they were very interesting. Sometimes they were a little bossy with me, which is allowed. I would give it to them and be like, TK, because it's shown like my house. So I'd be like, you know, let me honor them with this. But I mean, we started off with Karan and Shweta, and we started off with a bang, and it was great. It was great.
Did you ever ask any questions that they found a little difficult to answer, or a little embarrassing?
No, they did answer. They did answer all the questions. But of course, it's everybody comes in with their teams, and if somebody wants an edit, we give it to them. But interestingly, so like in the entire season, there must have been like, after shooting 10 episodes, there must have been like 2 or 3 edits, which is nothing. Like, it's absolutely nice. And those also edits like, don't take this name, or can you correct this because my outfit is not looking okay. You know, the usual kind of stuff. But I mean, there was BFFs were like, you know, there was dirt on the other friend, and that's what friends do. And I still remember Malaika and Amrita came, and Malaika and Amrita were like, it was amazing to see those two sisters together. They just had such great chemistry, and it's so wonderful. Even Anisha and Deepika, I'm always mightily impressed with Deepika. I'm a big fan. I think she's drop dead gorgeous, and I thought the entire episode I'm just going to be staring at her because I stare at people who are just pretty. And it's okay, right? And then suddenly Anisha started talking, and I've never heard Anisha Padukone talk as much. And she was bright and confident and blatant. And these are qualities that you need in today's woman. And I feel like speaking your mind is such a great quality, and shows like this, I don't think that this is, you know, we may make it sound like, oh, this is the spice rack, or the platter of punishment, or say it or strip it, but this is your platform to come and say things. For instance, somebody who I was very impressed with was Sonakshi. There were times when I would like, I mean, can I give them one little piece of information? I think that's a no. No? But yeah, I won't give you the answer, but there was a question where I asked them about where she had to pinpoint or critique one person. She had a list of 5. So, you know, she's confident, she speaks her mind, she's fearless. She's not offending anyone, but she's just speaking through experience. So everybody, like Karan was tons of fun. And because it was amazing because Karan was he is a talk show host himself. And sometimes when I was like slowing down, he's like, yeah, you gotta hurry the pace up. This is how you're supposed to do it. Next question, please. See, And I love it because he taught me on the job, and he was one of the first people we filmed with. And literally, like, I felt like I shortened my beats after I shot with Karan because he gave me such important tips. And he was like, I just asked him, what do you do? He's like, nothing, just be present in the conversation. That's exactly what I did when I was filming. It was lots of fun. Thank you.
One last
yes,
question.
yes.
Your best friend.
Oh, my best friend? Ooh. In the industry or out of the industry?
However, whatever. If you had to shoot in place of one of those actors over there, who would be with you in there?
It's a tough one. I'm actually very close to Soha and Kokana, and I'm also very close to Karan. So yeah, but obviously, I mean, it was great having Shweta and Karan and me. Like, they have a group chat, we have a group chat too, and we all were like, we didn't mention ours, so I had to pretend like I kind of I didn't know a lot, but I honestly asked him questions that I didn't know answers to, like, you know, Yash and Ruhi's personality, or you know, people who've chased him around for work. But I just know Karan, he's such a good soul that he wouldn't dare like say anything to hurt anyone. And likewise with Shweta, from her O series to everything, I just wanted to bring it out. And I kind of brought it out, and she's like, oh, I know you got me into trouble, but lots of fun.
I live with an OCD, so I know how it feels.
Oh,
My
yeah.
sister was an OCD.
Okay, great, so now you know. All right, thanks guys, enjoy the show tomorrow. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Got it?
I was 7:30 fitting, Rishi.
Hi Neha, congratulations on your new show. Congratulations on your new show. Can you tell us about your new show on Colors and Film?
So my brand new show is called Jeep Presents BFFs with Vogue, powered by Motorola beauty partner Nykaa.com, and this starts on Colors Infinity on the 20th of January, 8 p.m. And onwards for 10 weeks, every Saturday at 8 p.m. where I'm going to be in conversation with your favorite celebs and their BFFs, where we're going to be in conversation, playing lots of fun games, everything from, you know, Spice Rack, where I ask them questions, and if they can't answer the question, they get to eat, or they will have to eat, lots of spices. And another very interesting game called Say It or Strip It, where I ask them questions, and in case they don't answer the question, they have to take off a piece of their clothing. And apart from that, we've got everything from boxing matches to learning how to knead dough to like charades and you know, dance-offs and sing-offs, and you know, it's just a big house party, and that's what the show is about. It is a talk show, my first ever, so I'm very excited about it.
Okay, which are the Bollywood celebrities that we're going to see on the show?
The first few episodes are Shweta Bachchan and Karan Johar, and there's going to be Alia Bhatt, Katrina Kaif, there's going to be Deepika Padukone with her sister Nisha Padukone, there's going to be Ayushmann Khurrana, Bhumi Pednekar, there's Shahid Meera. I mean, the list is pretty endless. We've got 10 amazing sets of BFFs who are going to be on the show.
That's very exciting. How was your experience as the host?
I mean, I was a bit nervous. I started off with Karan, and it's always great. It's very nerve-wracking, but he's very comforting. And then I feel like if you can be in conversation and hold a conversation on camera with Karan Johar, then everybody else is a piece of cake. But lots of times I got stumped, sometimes they got stumped. But the point was to have a great conversation. More importantly, the point is that we come out with a great show and you guys enjoy it. And that's what we work for. So I'm just hoping that everybody enjoys the show.
Any message for our viewers?
The only message for all the viewers out there is my brand new talk show called BFFs with Vogue starts on Colors Infinity on the 20th of Jan at 8 p.m. So if you like anything about me or these amazing people who are going to be coming on the show, please tune in. And even if you don't, please watch it because you're going to get to see a great new candid side of your favorite celebs. So tune in to G Presents BFS at Vogue, powered by Motorola, beauty partner Nykaa.com on Colors Infinity.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Neha.
you.